Leos have the Nine of Wands, the Strength card, and then you Leos also have the Four of Cups for you Leos. So what you Leos got going on, mm, interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, wow. That's very interesting because the Nine of Wands, the Strength card, the Four of Cups, the Nine of Wands and the Strength card, look at it. Look at how this person basically is like cut off or like they can't get to you, right? And the Empress, right? How well you're sitting. This is about how a lot of people just can't get to you emotionally, the mind, logically. They just, physically, they just can't get to you. You don't care about what they've got going on, like I've been talking about. If people are trying to get on your nerves and get you to say something stupid or do something stupid, it's not going to work because, again, you Leos legitimately just don't care about it at all. Why should you care? You know? And the situation for you Leos is that the Four of Cups here represents you know what it is that you're doing and you know why you're doing. I just, from what I'm seeing here, I just see like some people just jealous, trying to figure out ways to get, to get in your life now. I could sing that whole thing. Fish come by the boat when the whole ship is shady. I'm trusting none of them. You know what I'm saying? y'all Mac it lazy. Now check it. Get your and hit out the exit. Man, I'm macking harder than Goldie. Bet you a rollie that I'm connected. For anybody who knows Lloyd Banks, you know what song that is. It's called Keep Your Cool. And that's what it is that you Leos are doing. You're keeping your cool because you only care about what's important. I'm not going to say yourself because that's not true, but you only care about what's important. And the Four of Cups here represents they can't get into your emotions, right? What figures out what gets you, what tugs on your heartstrings, right? They can't get to it. And that's one of the things that they don't like. The Four of Swords and the High Priestess here represents how not only is it that they can't get to you anymore, but again, you're in the zone, focused on what you have to do. The High Priestess is also about how, you've got a long laundry list of accomplishments that you Leos want to do, and you don't really plan on slowing down, and you don't have time, like I keep saying, to get into it with dysfunctional people that just want to run around and say things and gossip all day and try to get people's attention and all this stuff. Those are right-handed path people. The community, the community, those are right-handed path people who are using dark tactics, basically, right? But those are right-handed people. And so what's going on here with that is you don't care about that because once again, you Leos have a laundry list. Look at the list. You have a laundry list of things that you Leos have to do. So it's like you don't have time all day to try to get people's attention unless you're supposed to get it. And so the situation for you Leos is the Page of Wands and the Two of Wands. Page of Wands and the Two of Wands here represents how you're in a place where, you're really in a place where uh okay, yeah, you're really in a place where again, you're pure of heart. In Leo rules purity anyway. You're pure of heart, or I should say incorrupt. Well, I guess you could say it's purity, but you're purity anyway. You know your intentions are true. What I'm saying is some people may even be trying to like come up with stuff on the job, tattletale about you, tell lies about you to the supervisors or higher ups, and you Leos and like I don't know, like they just either the supervisors is listening to it and they're trying to figure out what you got going on, and it's not working because you're just so focused on what you're doing. You're actually outpacing them and making them look a certain kind of way with how great of a job you're actually doing. But not only that too, but also the fact that you Leos, also the fact that you Leos, or they're just not paying attention to the nonsense that people say about you because there's no real profound evidence to show and prove that you Leos, there's something wrong with y'all. You know, y'all are just staying quiet. You may talk, of course, but again, staying quiet and focusing. And so now you Leos also have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords here represents how, you know, you don't even have a grudge against them. That's the thing. Like, you know, they're trying to like get you Leos to spaz out and to say something and do something, and it's just not working. And they're looking goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like it they look out of their mind because you Leos are just like doing your thing. You're not even studying them. You're not even thinking about them. You don't even care. And you don't even have a grudge. And so the thing about it is that the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Swords here speaks about how you're doing your thing, like I said before, right? And you just need to stay focused on doing your thing. You Leos are taking so good care of yourselves to the point where you're attractive. Some people may have tried to get to know you, and you Leos don't want to get to know them because you may be focusing on yourself, or you find out something about them. They have a character flaw that you Leos don't like. You know, you may have found out that they're fake. And because of that, you don't want to have anything to do with them. They have a grudge. Or maybe you don't even want to get into it with anybody romantically. They have a grudge. Now they want to run around town talking wild about you. Right? All of these are lies. They don't even know you like that. Let's clarify the Knight of Swords. Hangman, Knight of Pentacles, Sun card, Empress, and then you have the Nine of Swords. Once again, Sun card is Leo, so you showed up in your own reading again. You Leos don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to think about anything as far as, you know, if you're going to get fired or any of that stuff. No, you're not. If people are going to believe what they've got going on, you know, maybe if it's a romantic kind of thing, no, they're not. People are not going to believe them. You know why? You'll probably stop going to that gym. That way you don't see them again. You won't call them. You won't talk to them. You know, and eventually they're going to slip up. How come you're not talking to me, right? And then the records will show. If you did something to them, why are they contacting you, trying to get your attention? And you're just not paying them any attention at all. You know, maybe they'll slip up. Oh, you know, when are we going to hang out again and have some romantic fun, you know, because now they're caught up with you, what it is that you Leos did last time, and then they want you to do it again. you know, because sometimes that does happen. People, in order to get your attention, sometimes people really will say that you did something to them. That way you can be like, yo, stop telling people I did something to you. Um, None of that stuff is going to work. The Knight of Pentacles and the Sun card for you, Leos, is just about how you're going to continue on doing your thing, staying focused, right? Right? Doing your thing. You're in the zone. And a lot of you, Leos, have a good balance of that work life. And then you also have the Empress and the Nine of Swords. The Empress, the Empress, the Empress and the Nine of Swords for you, Leos, is about how, once again, you don't care about what they've got going on, but at the same time, yeah, like you Leos are not, you Leos are not, you don't feel anything. There's nothing, there's nothing to feel, for you Leos, it's more so a sense of like, you feel well rested, like you feel well rested. You're not fatigued or like, oh, whatever, once again, you Leos are in the zone. You don't feel washed out and drained because of the way that you're living your life. You're not living it in an unhealthy fashion. Those people may be, but you're not. You Leos are, again, you have that balance between work and life, enjoying your life, doing your thing, and just staying quiet. The more quiet you are for longer, when you're quiet over a long amount of time, you actually automatically go into a meditative state. The more quiet you are, or you know what I'm saying? More than likely. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 28,536 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. I hope you Leos like this reading. If you want to get a personal reading, the link to that is in the comment section below. Call the Linktree link. Peace.